welcome, welcome, welcome to The Tonight Show, everybody. Oh, my goodness. That's a crowd. Let's get to some news, guys. Well, guys, the past 5 days, President Biden has been isolating with COVID, and today his doctor said that his symptoms are now almost completely resolved. Yeah, that's great. Biden's staff was like, just to be safe, let's keep him isolated till 2025. I'm happy for the president, because usually when you hear the words Biden and viral, it's because he fell up the stairs. And you go, how do you do that? Yep, Biden's doctor said that his pulse, blood pressure, and respiratory rate remain absolutely normal. Then Biden flipped on the news, and his doctor said, never mind. Biden's been isolating for the last 5 days. When asked how he spent the time, Biden said, I told one story. Good one. It was a good one.
Ah, come on.
Yep, Biden's treatment involves taking 6 pills a day for 5 days. All weekend long, his pill organizer was holding on for dear life. It's like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Well, as the ongoing pilot shortage leads to more flight cancellations, senators have introduced a new bill to raise the mandatory retirement age for pilots. Yeah, that's who passengers want flying their plane. A pilot who thought his best days were behind him. He's like, I'm back, I'm Maverick. And you go, oh, hold on. You're not, hold on, Maverick. You'll know the pilots are old when they start showing up to every flight 3 hours early. Like, all right, let's go. Yeah, you'll know the pilot's older when he gets assigned gate B7 and yells bingo. You know what I'm saying? And get this, a recent Alaska Airlines flight was delayed because 2 pilots who were supposed to fly the plane had a professional disagreement. We actually got a hold of the pilot's recording. Listen to this.
Good afternoon, passengers. Welcome aboard Alaska Airlines Flight 1746. This is your pilot speaking. We'll be flying at an altitude of 31,000 feet, and our in-flight snacks today are pecans.
Your other pilot here, it's actually pronounced pecans.
It's pecans.
I think you mean pecans.
I mean pecans, like a pecan pie.
Pecan pie.
Can.
Con.
Look, we can't do this anymore.
We can't do this anymore.
Why doesn't this plane just serve peanuts?
Penoots?
Oh, my God. I need to do no peanut. Well, some business news today. The barbecue grill company Weber replaced their CEO as they continue to struggle with a decline in sales. It's not an easy job because the CEO was annoyed because another guy was always standing right behind him telling him what to do. It's like it's time to flip those numbers if you want to. Yeah, apparently people aren't excited to stand in front of a grill when it's 150 degrees outside. Listen to this. Due to rising food prices, burgers and pizzas are getting smaller. Yep, a White Castle burger is now the size of a postage stamp. Seriously, this is the pizza I ordered last night. Look at that thing.
Oh, my God.
I actually put the pizza on top of that little table, and it worked pretty good. Well, guys, everyone loves TikTok. We do love it here, but sometimes you just want to skip the boring parts of the video and get right to the good part. Well, it turns out you can, right? For instance, if you're watching this video, you can skip this part. Yeah, I can go right to this part. Ooh, oh, there you go. Yeah. Here's a final example. You can skip this part. And go right to this part. Yeah. Some entertainment news, guys. I saw Disney Plus just started streaming its first R-rated movies. Ooh. Before this, the only cursing you heard around Disney Plus was when kids asked their parents to turn on Encanto again. I'm gonna teach you how to do it. Now, here, just press menu, and then you go to the... kids chewing on the remote control. Well, this is cool. I read that next year, NASCAR is reportedly launching an electric racing series. Ooh, it's like regular racing, except the winner pounds a gallon of oat milk. Do you guys see this? Tomorrow's Mega Millions jackpot is up to $790 million. Oh. $790 million. You could tell everyone wants to win this, even the guy who calls the numbers every night. Listen to this.
To win that jackpot, you must match these 5 white balls plus that gold mega ball. Here we go. First, 60. Oh, my God. Next, it's 66. Oh, my God. Then it's 14. Kurt, I'm quitting. Then 40. I always hated your stupid face, Kurt. And come on, 32. Mother... Kurt, I'm sorry for what I said.
Well, this is going viral. A contractor is being blamed for an unusual problem in one California town. Take a look at this.
A city contractor in California painted the crookedest road in the world. The strange zigzag markings are not what city officials had in mind. A massive do-over is on the way to replace these odd squiggles with new lane markings done to code.
Yeah. This is why you just don't tell city employees to just have fun with it. Well, guys, this is fun. Today is National Aunt and Uncles Day. Yeah. I love my aunts and uncles. They taught me so much, like the difference between wine drunk and beer drunk. Hey, everyone, sorry about this. Tonight's Mega Millions jackpot is one of the biggest ever at nearly $1 billion. If you forgot to buy a ticket, congrats, you just won $2. Yep, by tonight, some lucky person is going to gain millions of dollars and hundreds of new cousins. Hey, happy Aunt and Uncle's Day, remember me? That's right, nearly $1 billion. Yeah, that kind of money is a lot of pressure. I mean, if you win that, next thing you know, you're buying Twitter and having an affair with the founder of Google's wife. You know, it's just a slippery slope. Let's get to some news here, guys. As he continues to recover from COVID, President Biden told reporters he's sleeping so well that his dog had to wake him up yesterday morning. And reporters responded with a very nervous laugh. Like, you know, that dog was kind of freaking out, like, Joe. You tell Biden was tired because he tapped the dog's head and told him to come back 9 minutes later. More news from the White House. I read that to fight climate change, the Biden administration has pledged to plant 1 billion trees. Yep, and just for fun, they're planting them in the middle of Trump's golf course at Mar-a-Lago. Meanwhile, this morning, Biden woke up from his COVID fever like, did I order 1 billion trees? I'm sorry. Yeah?
Yeah, I had a question. Well, are they planting 1 billion seeds or 1 billion trees? Because there's a difference.
You know what? I don't really know. Yes, trees.
If I had to guess, I'd say they're planting seeds.
Because you got to plant the seeds to make the trees.
And you got to wet the seeds to get the leaves.
1 billion trees from 1 billion seeds.
We'll be seeing green from sea to sea.
So much pollen can't help but sneeze.
But that's okay, it's fine by me.
Because clean air is what we want to see.
To the birds and the insects and the bumblebees.
We'll be oh so happy to enjoy that breeze.
1 billion trees from 1 billion seeds? I got one answer. Yes, please. Seeds, trees, planting the crops. Ready or not.
Seeds and Trees Mixtape 2022.
What is going on?
Man, I saw that, guys, today, former President Trump returned to Washington, D.C. for the first time since leaving office. Trump said, well, since I'm still the president, it only makes sense I stop by. Switching gears, T-Mobile has agreed to pay its customers $350 million in a settlement over a massive data breach. We actually have their lawyer on the line to explain their settlement here. Sir, are you there?
Hi, Jimmy. Thank you for having me. Tonight show to be here.
Sorry, this is a massive settlement here. So how are you feeling?
Well, now that settlement completed, try to relax. Raspberry custard nipples. That hamster.
I'm sorry, you're cutting out. Can you say that again?
Of course. I was just saying now that the settlement is completed, I go home. Raspberry custard nipples. That hamster.
Sorry, it's still a bit choppy. It's not really making sense. Can you switch to Wi-Fi?
Sure, Jimmy. How's this? Can you hear me now?
It's much better. Thank you.
Great. I was just saying now that the settlement is completed, I want to relax. I think I might go home and smear raspberry custard on my nipples and let my pet hamster nibble on it until it tickles. That usually helps me calm down.
Okay, good luck with that. Thank you for joining us today. Hey, have you guys seen this? There's an online movement of people who want Instagram to go back to being a photo sharing app and are criticizing it for trying to copy TikTok. You know things are bad when Instagram is getting bullied on Instagram. Hey guys, get this, a dating site for anti-vaxxers called Unjected it's real, had all of its user data exposed online. But don't worry, everyone is doing their own research on how to fix it. Users' names, birthdays, email addresses, and home addresses were exposed, but on the plus side, their data is one step closer to herd immunity. Hey, listen to this. According to a new report, the Chevy Silverado is the most stolen vehicle in the country. And Chevy decided to use this fact as a selling point in their latest commercial. Watch this.
So, our Silverado is the most stolen vehicle in America. Well, maybe it's because of our Duramax turbo diesel engine. Or maybe it's because of our automatic emergency braking. Or just maybe it's because our doors don't lock, there's no alarm system, and you can start the truck just by breathing on the steering wheel. Chevy Silverado. Apparently they're free now.
I saw that today. Hey, I saw a house listing that's getting a lot of attention for its strange design. Check this thing out.
An unusual property in Pismo Beach, California is attracting a lot of attention. The listing on Zillow could be a record for a tree house. It is actually a house built around a tree. Asking price, $3.8 million.
It sounds like a good idea until you walk into the bathroom and you see a squirrel holding his nuts. Yeah?
Hey! Oh!
Good news today, President Biden officially ended his quarantine after testing negative for COVID. Yeah, that's right. And now that he's got a few weeks of immunity, Biden's about to rage. Oh. Jill, we're having dinner at 7 o'clock tonight. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Biden beat COVID, and luckily COVID conceded gracefully. Even though he tested negative, not that much changes for Biden. He still works from home, avoids crowds, and takes 20 pills a day. That's right, Biden is COVID-free. He even gave a quick speech from the White House Rose Garden, and it sounds like he's back to his old self. Take a listen.
Millions of Americans have used Paxlovid, excuse me. Paxlovid. I tell you what, I think I used it.
Welcome back, Mr. President. Welcome back. Wrap it up again. Some more news from the White House. The Biden administration just launched a new website designed to help Americans facing extreme temperatures called heat.gov. The website is still in the beta phase, so they only have one photo and one video. Here's the photo, and here's the video. So just stay cool. That's all I can say. Stay cool, everybody. Guys, yesterday, former President Trump gave a speech in Washington, D.C., and he said pretty much what you'd expect. So instead of showing you the same clips that you've seen a million times, it's time for another installment of Trump with no context. Enjoy.
I'd go up to LeBron James. It doesn't matter. I say, LeBron, did you ever have any desire to be a woman?
Well, former Vice President, former Vice President Mike Pence has a new memoir coming out in November, and he just revealed that the title is So Help Me God. But that wasn't the first title he came up with. We actually got our hands on some of the other ones that he was considering. So let's take a look at this.
Here we go.
What's up, Tariq?
Let me guess. You're going to list a bunch of fake Mike Pence memoir titles.
I mean, yeah, that was the plan.
And then a little graphic is going to pop up for each one so that the audience can read the title and then laugh about it.
Right, yeah, visuals often help sell a joke. Yeah, they would love it, yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly how this is going to go down. See, first, a graphic will pop up that says your other Mike Pence memoir titles. And then under that, you'll list, like, fake book titles. Something like A Tale of Two Cities.
Yeah, yeah.
Or The Little Trumper Boy. Or Lord of the Flies on the Head. And then you try some other ones like Are You There, Mother? It's me, your husband. Or, I don't know, something like The White Stuff.
Yeah.
Or Eat, Pray, The Gay Away.
Yeah, that's true.
and then you're just gonna end it with something a little controversial, like 50 Shades of Beige.
Yeah.
That's how this is gonna go?
Yeah, you nailed it.
Cool, it's a fun bit. You should do it.
We'll do it tomorrow. Treat Trotter, everybody. Thank you very much. Some business news. I read that Chipotle is about to raise their prices for the second time this year. At this point, they're becoming the fast food version of Netflix. Yeah, the prices are getting crazy at Chipotle. Now, E. coli is $2 extra. Can you believe it? Do you guys see this? Once again, nobody hit last night's Mega Millions jackpot, and now the prize has surged to over $1 billion. Yep, winning this jackpot is probably the fastest way to become a billionaire. The other way is being a trillionaire who invests in Bitcoin. Well, this is cool. Apparently here in the city, they're about to expand cell service and Wi-Fi in the subway. So if you're watching our show on the train right now, here are some New York subway riding tips for you. Number one, if someone tries to talk to you, sing back. That usually helps, yeah. Number two, to enter the subway germ-free, just swipe your MetroCard, then turn around and walk through butt first. That usually works. And finally, number three, the rats love it when you pet them. There you have it. There's a little tip for you guys. Thank you for watching the show on the subway. Well, get this, according to a new survey, when dinner is ready, the majority of parents text their kids instead of yelling to them. Yep, parents text their kids when dinner is ready. Yep, then the kids respond, Mom, that's not what an eggplant emoji means. Don't do that.
Eggplant.
And finally, a former strip club in Wisconsin has been turned into a Christian day school. Yeah, it's gonna be weird on Parent-Teacher Day when all the dads know their way around the building. Well, guys, some big business news. Today, JetBlue announced they reached a deal to buy Spirit Airlines. Ooh. Yes. JetBlue and Spirit. It's the perfect marriage between broken TVs and broken planes. It's unbelievable. That's right, Spirit agreed to a deal with JetBlue and canceled their merger with Frontier Airlines. Today, Frontier was like, well, it's Spirit. How did we not see this cancellation coming? Some news from Washington. President Biden is celebrating a huge win after Senator Joe Manchin suddenly agreed to support his climate and economic bill, meaning it will now most likely pass. This is a huge victory for Biden. In fact, right after the announcement, his approval rating skyrocketed to 11%. Oh, that's right. Switching gears, apparently this year, Hershey doesn't think that they're going to be able to meet the demand for Halloween. In a related story, Biden's approval rating just fell back under 10%. Did you guys see this? In an effort to be more eco-friendly, Coca-Cola announced that Sprite will no longer be sold in green bottles. Most Americans heard and were like, damn, that was the only green thing in my diet. That's right, everyone had the same reaction. They're like, make the bottle whatever color you want. It's all getting filled with vodka anyway, all right? Hey,
I'm making noise. Fill it up.
That's right, Sprite's getting rid of the green bottles because they're not environmentally friendly. I guess that explains this new ad I saw. Watch this.
Health Aid Kombucha is proud to announce our new all-natural, completely waste-free bottle, Kevin's Hands. Yup, no bottle, no can, just Kevin. Find him and lap it up out of his hands like a dog. That's how it works now. Health Aid Kombucha. It's in Kevin's hands now.
Yeah. Today is National Water Park Day. Hey. Yeah. There's so many great water parks out there, and I just saw this interesting promo to celebrate them. Take a look at this.
Happy National Water Park Day, a day that honors all our country's amazing water parks like Blizzard Beach, Hurricane Harbor, Splashin' Safari, Bacteria Bay, Rash Rapids, E. coli Creek, Floating Band-Aid Bayou, COVID Cove, Dippin' Diarrhea, and Hepatitis C. National Water Park Day, sponsored by Penicillin.
Yeah, excited. Well, everyone's talking about this. In just a few minutes, Beyoncé is releasing her new album, Renaissance. Which means tomorrow, all banks and government buildings will be closed. Yeah. Speaking of Beyonce's new album, it was actually leaked yesterday, and her fan base, the Beehive, is pretty upset about it.
Yes, we are. So rude. Really made my blood boil.
You're in the Beehive?
Yeah. Remember since Sasha Fierce? Why? You don't expect me to love music or appreciate a queen wearing her crown?
No, I just didn't know that we were both members. Well, this is cool. MTV has added a category for Best Metaverse Performance to the VMAs. Yeah, Best Metaverse Performance. There are so many great artists who've performed in the Metaverse this year. So there's going to be some tough competition. Yeah, check out this concert Post Malone did in the Metaverse.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hello, I am going to do singing of my song now. Activate music. Let's have fun time tonight. Baby, you are my wife. Hello. Thank you. I did the music.
Hey, I heard about a man in Florida who was arrested for a DUI at Walmart after he crashed a motorized scooter into the shelves. Wait a second. Walmart, drunk, scooter crash, arrested. Bingo! I got Florida bingo! I got it, yeah! And finally, Fancy Feast is opening up a pop-up restaurant in New York City that will serve cat food-inspired dishes. When you sit down, the waiter's like, sparkling still or from the toilet?
Hey.